Before we begin, we would like to recognize those who have made this evening possible. First, we express our gratitude to the AUS administration and our Academic Support Center team for their support of this chapter. We are honored to be joined by our Chancellor, Professor Kevin Mitchell, our Provost, Dr. Juan Sanchez, as well as our Vice Provosts, Dr. James Griffin and Dr. Lisa Miscaritolo. I would also like to thank our ALD representatives, Ms. Eileen Merberg, the Executive Director of ALD, and Dr. Sharon Emerson Stanell, the Council President of ALD, for joining us from their headquarters in the US. Finally, we are so grateful for the parents in the audience. If you're a parent, maybe you can say hi in the chat. We know that you guys serve as the cornerstone of support for these students. And please know that as we recognize their accomplishments, we also honor you. As you have received in your email, our program will be as follows. After the closing, we would love for you to stay and connect during our online reception. I'll now pass it over to Dr. Mevash to share a little background on Alpha Lambda Delta.
Welcome students, parents, ALD, and AUS administrators. We are so happy to host this event and excited about the opportunities that ALD will offer to our students. Alpha Lambda Delta honors high academic achievement in the first year of college. The purpose of the organization is to encourage superior academic achievement among students in their first year in institutions of higher education, to promote intelligent living and a continued high standard of learning. ALD assists students in recognizing and developing meaningful goals for their roles in society.
Alpha Lambda Delta was founded as an honor society in 1924 at the University of Illinois by the Dean of Women, Mariah Leonard. It soon became a national organization as chapters were established at Purdue University in 1926 and at DePaul University in 1927. Growth of the society has continued with almost 400 chapters recognized. Today we charter the first international chapter.
Very exciting. The candidates who are now presented for induction have attained the high standard required by Alpha Lambda Delta and are worthy to be recognized by both AUS and ALD for their notable achievement in scholarship.
We are here to inform the inductees concerning our organization and to ask them to take the pledge to make the best possible use of their education. The initials of our name stand for the Greek words Alleloi Lampadia Diadosasin, which stands for the motto, "We shall pass our torches on one to another."
The insignia of Alpha Lambda Delta represents a lighted candle. The golden base of the candle signifies honesty and integrity, which are the foundation on which we build. The shaft of our candle signifies strength and courage. The light of our candle signifies truth and wisdom, which can dispel ignorance and superstition and give us the insight to live well in our time.
These are three colors symbolize the standards held by members of Alpha Lambda Delta. The red represents the burning flame of knowledge. The white represents the search for truth. And the gold represents the strong base of honor.
Your education is the means by which you learn to recognize the wonders of science, to appreciate the beauty of great literature and art, to use well your own language, to learn the lessons of past history, to speak and read the languages of others, to study the social and political forces of our world, and to discuss the thought and the philosophy of other ages. Through these means, you can elevate the forces and standards of your generation and learn to live significantly.
We now wish to induct individually the students who have earned the privilege of becoming founding members of the American University of Sharjah chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta. Miss Eileen, the Executive Director of Alpha Lambda Delta, will lead us in reciting the pledge. We do ask that you keep your mics off, but wherever you are, repeat after her.
Thank you, Erica, and good evening, everyone. I'll read it somewhat slowly, and again, you could just say it to yourselves wherever you are. The Alpha Lambda Delta pledge is, I accept membership into Alpha Lambda Delta, understanding that in doing so, I assume the responsibility of continuing to maintain its standards of service, of diligence, and of integrity. I pledge to promote high scholarship and to use my education for the benefit of my community, my nation, and the world in which we live.
We will now recognize the inductees. When you see your name in the slideshow video, please type in the chat box your responses to the pledge by saying, I accept.
Yay! Congratulations to the founding members of the First Year Honor Society at American University of Sharjah. I am so very proud of you all, and I wish we were in person for claps and cheers and high fives. Congratulations to the parents as well. Well done, guys. We are so happy to be sharing this joy in your achievement, and we wish you many, many more successes in your time at AUS and beyond. You have now recorded your induction in the American University of Sharjah chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta on Thursday, February 11, 2021. Well done, guys. May you find in the years ahead the rewards of the educated person: imagination, adventure, humor, compassion, and understanding. May you have tolerance in your dealings with all persons, generosity in giving to those in need, and insight into the feelings of others. In relating your education to the world in which you live, you can make a meaningful contribution to society.
Thank you, and congratulations again to everyone. We are so excited. My name's Eileen again, and we are so happy to have you, our newest chapter and our first international chapter. And we would like to induct honorary members in addition to all of our students, so that they may assist in these services today. We'll start with your advisor, Erica Payne, who has been declared an honorary member of Alpha Lambda Delta. And I would just like to add how very much I have enjoyed working with Erica to get this new chapter started. I am so impressed with her organizational skills and mostly her enthusiasm and joy. She has been just an absolute pleasure to work with. So you're very lucky to have her at AUS. So thank you, Erica, and congratulations.
Thank you, Eileen. That is undeserved. The students are such a joy to work with, so it makes my job really fun and easy. Not easy always, but fun. On behalf of the American University of Sharjah, I want to thank the International Office of Alpha Lambda Delta for assisting us in this very complex process of chartering an international chapter. It has been such an honor to work with them, and we are glad to be a part of the Alpha Lambda Delta family. AUS is pleased also to induct the following honorary members to our new Alpha Lambda Delta chapter. They include Dr. Mavash Ali, Dr. Juan Sanchez, Professor Kevin Mitchell, Dr. James Griffin, and Dr. Lisa Mascaratolo. Thank you for your support in bringing this prestigious honor society to the AUS campus. It will serve as yet another beacon of light, signaling brightly to the excellence of students in our community. In recognition of your academic achievements, personal accomplishments, and your interest in the academic attainments of our students, we confer upon you honorary membership in Alpha Lambda Delta. Your charge is to continue to support and encourage the ideals and high standards of this society, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
It is now our privilege to install the American University of Sharjah chapter. You as students have been installed, and honorary members have been installed, but of course we want to install the chapter as a whole. For we must pass our torches on one to another. I am pleased that ALD's Council President, Dr. Sharon Emerson Stonnell, will be assisting me in officially installing the chapter, and so I'm going to turn it over to Sharon.
The aims of our society are to promote higher standards of living and learning among college students, to encourage high academic attainment among first-year students, to create a growing love for study. Alpha Lambda Delta's goals are now your goals. I charge you with this responsibility. Congratulations.
As representatives of Alpha Lambda Delta, we declare you, the American University of Sharjah chapter, regularly installed, and endow you with all the rights and privileges thereof. In token of your formal admission into the organization, we will present to you the chapter charter and with the responsibility it represents. So Erica, so we have a charter. We actually have two of them because there are so many names. And so I could show you a picture if you wanted, or I could show it later, but it looks similar to what you see on your screen right now. We hire a calligrapher to hand draw each of your names onto a charter. And again, there were so many that there are two of them. And so we will ship them to Erica, and hopefully they can hang somewhere on campus. She might frame them and hang them, but your name is hand drawn on a charter that will live on forever at the AUS campus. Later, if there's a chance I can share my screen, I can show you the actual product before we ship it.
Thank you, Eileen. To assist us with creating an active and engaging chapter on the AUS campus, I am pleased to announce the following students as our first class of officers. First, Aman Siddiqui, our Events and Service Chair. Hannah Fayed, our Historian and Social Media Coordinator. Jawad Sheikh, our Treasurer. Fiza Syed, our Secretary. Vinny Rupchandani, our Vice President. And Aaron James Arcaro, our Chapter President. I will now pass it on to James to give the first address as Chapter President.
Thank you, Ms. Erica, for that introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It truly is an honor to be able to serve as this year's chapter president of the Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. It brings me great joy to congratulate each and every member for their incredible hard work, their dedication, and their commitment to academic excellence. The past year has tested us in an unprecedented way, creating challenges we have never faced before and obstacles we could have never foreseen. But despite being thrust into a new way of learning, a new way of living, and for some, a new chapter in their lives as first-year students, we have all continued to demonstrate resilience and tenacity, not just in embracing change or rising up to the occasion, but even soaring past it. And that is what we are celebrating today. That constant through the change, that spark in spite of uncertainty. Not too long ago, I walked through the AUS gates for the very first time, my freshman feet touching campus ground, a new person in a new place, surrounded by new opportunities. And I won't lie and say that the change in pace wasn't initially intimidating, because it was. Navigating this new world was at times both foreign and strange. But I also won't exaggerate and say that I wasn't excited about the challenge, because I was. I was riled up and ready to make the most of what lied ahead. Looking back, I am privileged to say that my first year at AUS has been filled with meaningful memories, from several student organizations and internships to lessons and learnings, and even lifelong friends, both student and faculty. I know many students can see themselves in that story, being put into an unknown environment, and sure, a little nervous and uncertain, but brimming with optimism nonetheless. Because more than just the accomplishments and achievements that brought us all in this room today, what we are truly commemorating is that unified drive that compels each and every one of us to leave our mark wherever we are, in whatever the situation we're in, new environment or not. And so while getting into Alpha Lambda Delta is truly an honor, this is not where the story ends. It is but yet another new chapter in a series of new chapters in our lives. That's why today I am so excited, knowing that I'm speaking to a community of ambitious and talented students, a family that will help uplift each other as we all strive to reach our goals. I can't wait to continue to grow and learn with all of you. I look forward to a fruitful year ahead.
Thank you, James. I am confident that you will serve the Honor Society well as chapter president. Our next speaker is Chancellor Kevin Mitchell.
Thank you, Erica. Good evening, everyone. You put me in a very difficult position now that I have to follow James with such an articulate and impassioned speech. So that's going to be a tough act to follow. I'm not sure I can live up to it. So wonderful. Congratulations to everyone. To all of you who've been inducted this evening, a special welcome to the parents who are with us in the friends. You really have reason to be proud. I would also like to welcome Ms. Eileen and Dr. Sharon with us from the US. We're very pleased that you could join us, and thank you for all of your support as we sought to establish the chapter. It is, I think that's, as has been mentioned before, it's a historic occasion. It's the first chapter outside of the United States and the inaugural chapter at the American University of Sharjah. This is significant for us as an institution and for all of you. I think that also I would like to reiterate what Ms. Erica said about your resilience. For you to come through the past year that we've had, to work through the issues as teachers, I think it's been extraordinary what you've accomplished. And you should be very proud of yourself, because not only have you survived the year, but you've worked in a way and performed in a way that's brought you to this point, and to be members and to be inducted in the Honor Society today. So, congratulations, well done. I would like to thank a few people. Certainly the Office of the Provost and the Office of the Vice Provost for the support that they have provided. Dr. Navash Ali and the team of the Academic Support Center. And I left the most important person to last, and that's Ms. Erica, for everything she's done to make this happen. Because without her, I do not think we would be here today. So thank you, Erica, for all that you've done on behalf of the students. I wish you success as you work with the officers and with all of the members. And finally, I would like to say, actually talk about the responsibility that I think all of you have moving forward. Because of your accomplishments, because of what you represent, you now become very important role models on campus. And I would ask you to take responsibility for truly passing the torch on to that next generation of first-year students, and to be there to support them as they come in, so that they can aspire to be in a position in life. So congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chancellor, for those words. Our Provost, Dr. Juan Sanchez, will now say a few words.
Thank you, Erica. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm really very pleased to join you in the celebration of the launch of this, the first chapter outside the US of the Alpha Lambda Delta First Year Honor Society. And it has been pointed out by several of the speakers, the society has a long history of supporting and importantly, providing a venue for students that excel at their first year in college, for them to interact, connect, and be part of a wonderful community of scholars. For AUS, the initiative and timing to become a chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta is particularly good, as it aligns quite well with the first year experience program that the university launched a year or so ago. Also, very important is that hosting a chapter of the society is yet another distinguishing fact of AUS that brings prestige and recognition to the university and project the institution and its students within the UAE and beyond. So this is a proud moment for AUS. Let me just simply close by congratulating everybody that has really worked very, very hard and efficiently to move this initiative forward and join the society. This, as I said, is a great honor for AUS. And I would like to offer my best wishes for what predictably will become a lasting and proud tradition at AUS. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sanchez. Our Vice Provost of Undergraduate Affairs, Dr. James Griffin, will give the final address. Dr. James.
Thank you, Erica. Welcome, everybody. My name is James Griffin. I'm Vice Provost for Undergraduate Affairs and Instruction here at AUS. I would like to add to the words of my colleagues by offering my heartfelt congratulations to all students joining the Alpha Lambda Delta Honors Society today. Excelling academically in the first year of study at university is by any measure a fantastic achievement and should not be underestimated. You should be extremely proud of yourselves for what you have achieved. I'm sure that your parents are also proud, and I would like to congratulate your parents and thank them for their continuing support. As many of you have mentioned already, you have faced a host of challenges during your first year, some of them independent of the pandemic and some of them made far stronger by the pandemic, of course. Some of these challenges are related to transitioning from one educational system to another. I will point out that here in the UAE, we probably have one of the most diverse backgrounds in terms of high school educations. And so that leads to one of the most diverse populations in the first year at AUS. And of course, there's a host of challenges associated with that because you're all coming together under one system. And so that's a big challenge, you know, learning more difficult course content is a big challenge. And then of course, there's all the wider issues related to developing time management skills, managing stress and anxiety. And I want to say that even though each student experience is a unique one, every one of you here today has had a unique experience in your first semester or your first year, we know that no student is immune to these challenges. Your success is not because you've avoided these challenges or because somehow you're immune to them. No, it's because you have faced these challenges head on. And you should be congratulated for that. You should be commended for that. You've tackled these challenges head on. Now, over the last couple of years, as our provost has mentioned, the university has invested time and resources into providing structured help in relation to this transition from high school to university, something we call the First Year Experience Program. And for that, I would like to thank my colleagues here today. I'll start with Erica and of course, Mevash, and all of the team in the Academic Support Center. But I'd also as well like to thank the Chancellor and the Provost for their continued support with all of the initiatives that the team implement. But I'd like to say that even though we offer this help, we don't force this help upon you. It is ultimately up to each individual student to reach out and engage in the support mechanisms that we provide. And your initiative and drive to seek the help that you need and use it effectively in your studies is a key component of your success. So I want to congratulate you all for taking the initiative and the drive and making use of the resources we offer, because nobody can force you to do that. That's your decision. Now, many of you here have completed the First Year Experience Pathways program, which shows your commitment to tackling the challenges and giving yourself increased chance of success. I am sure that as you move through your time here at AUS, through the work of the Alpha Lambda Delta Society, you will engage with and help new first-year students when they come through. And one of the best ways you can do this is to encourage them to reach out and engage in the support mechanisms that we offer so as to give them every chance of success. Now, of course, the fundamental entry requirement for this society is academic success as measured by your cumulative GPA. And I would like to just provide a few comments related to academic success. So you have put yourself in a great position for continued success at AUS, and you have done this in your first year by challenging yourself to succeed. As I mentioned before, this hasn't come easy for any of you. You have got to where you are today with your CGPA and everything associated with that by challenging yourself. So I just want to list some of the academic ways in your near future that you can challenge yourself to succeed as you go beyond the first year. You can, of course, consider studying abroad. This is one of the biggest challenges you can face as an undergraduate student. You can become involved with undergraduate research, either through research grants that we offer or through specific elective courses that allow you to do research with faculty members. And you can develop skills in areas not directly related to your major of study. That's another way of challenging yourself to reach out beyond your major. Maybe you're interested in sustainability issues, social equality issues. Maybe you want to challenge yourself with certain technical skills in statistics or data mining. And innovation and entrepreneurship is becoming a key area now where you might want to challenge yourself to give you chances of success beyond graduation. Now, you will find that many of the skills that you use during your first year are transferable and will help you with those future challenges as you move forward. Just to close my remarks, I'd like to congratulate you all again on this achievement. In conclusion, you've shown initiative and confidence to overcome the challenges of the first year. By joining the Alpha Lambda Delta Society, you are already demonstrating your commitment to helping others who face similar challenges. You also have the confidence to go forward and push yourself to new challenges to continue building on your academic success. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations, and I wish you all the best for your future studies at AUS.
Thank you so much, Dr. James, for those exhortations and all for your genuine encouragement. New members, we cannot physically hand you certificates today, although we wish we could. Instead, we will send you an email to let you know when your certificates and pins are available, and then we will hold on to them until we are able to safely return to campus and hand them to you in person. I'll now pass it on back to Eileen to briefly share about the benefits of your ALD membership.
Thank you, Erica. I'm just going to mention a few things, and you will see in the chat links to each of these so that you can peruse them at your leisure whenever you get a chance to. So a number of things we like to highlight is we do offer scholarships. We distribute around 96 scholarships every year, totaling around $211,000. So you'll see a link for our scholarship program. And by the way, our website in general is nationalald.org, which we also put in the chat. So that's our main website, and then the scholarship. The next thing I'll mention is our fairly new and cutting edge leadership certificate program. And you can self-pace, take leadership lessons and courses, mini courses that won't take very long. And if you complete 10 out of 12, you'll get a certificate issued by Alpha Lambda Delta. So that is ALD Leads certified. The next thing I wanted to mention is career conversations. And that is, these are live conversations with alumni that have been successful in their fields based on their major. And so you'll see that at the link, a number of majors or disciplines that you're studying. And these are folks who have jobs in those fields, and they'll talk about them. And then we are recording them that you could look at the recordings afterwards. We have educational partners that offer discounts and scholarships for internship programs, including international internship programs. So check those out. And then the last thing I'll mention is, second to last thing I'll mention is our store. We do have a storefront where you can purchase hoodies and sweatshirts and t-shirts and honor cords and other items that have Alpha Lambda Delta brand on them. So that is our ALD store for merchandise. And then I think the next slide is our social media. So we would love to get some support and followers on social media. We're pretty active, particularly on Instagram. Our handle for all of them is @NationalALD. And in particular, I mentioned the charter. So let me just mention this rather than share my screen to show you. If you follow us on Instagram, in about 20 minutes, we're about to drop a welcome to our newest chapter on Instagram. And I believe it will be on Facebook and Twitter as well, but mostly Instagram. And we will have, when we're welcoming you on Instagram in 20 minutes, there is an actual image of the charters. The real charters will be on Instagram. So follow us there, and in 20 minutes, you're going to see your charter up on the internet. Those are some of the services we have, and check out our website for other things. Thank you.
Thanks, Eileen. Really looking forward to working with our officers to create an active chapter on our campus. This will include monthly meetings, service projects, and networking opportunities, as well as the other resources that Ms. Eileen talked about. Of course, we also welcome new ideas and your engaged participation. Back to Dr. Mevash.
Yep. So to close the formal ceremony, we want to thank you for attending the ALD induction. All the best to our new members. Now, we would love for you to stay, including our honored guests if you can, and connect during our virtual reception.
Before we start the reception, we do want to commemorate this event. So we'd like to take a virtual group photo. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for the first time. Wow, I see everyone, and that is amazing. Love seeing so many big smiles. I told them they had to be smiling big. And our historian, Hannah, is going to take some screenshots. Now, there are 6 pages on my screen. What a joy. So many brilliant smiling faces. Hannah, just let us know when you are done screenshotting. Oh my goodness. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm done. There was 10 pages.
7 pages of pictures. Thank you so much, Hannah.